Okay, let's unpack this. We're doing a deep dive today into a really potent chapter from the Bible, Psalms 14.
Yes, and it jumps right in, doesn't it? Straight into a pretty fundamental human attitude, and maybe more importantly, how God sees it, according to this text.
Exactly. And the core, it seems, is this idea of the fool. But, the sources suggest this isn't about, like, IQ points or intelligence.
No, not at all. It's more about a moral stance, maybe a spiritual declaration, something happening internally.
Right, internally. One note mentioned the phrase, in his heart. That really points to a deep conviction, yeah. Not just an opinion someone holds lightly.
Definitely. It's foundational to what follows.
So the text says, the fool says in his heart, there is no God. And straight away, there's a connection made to consequences.
Immediately, the very next line links it. They're corrupt, their deeds are vile, there is no one who does good. It's quite stark.
It posits this direct link, then, between that internal no-God thought and just widespread corruption, a lack of good deeds.
That's what the text argues, yeah. A really fundamental connection.
Not only who does good. I mean, that feels incredibly absolute. How does the psalm describe this view from God's perspective, looking down?
Well, the next verses get into that. It says, the Lord looks down from heaven on the sons of men. Almost like an investigation.
An investigation to see
To see if there are any who understand, any who seek God. It's like a search for that understanding, that seeking impulse.
And the result of that search, it seems pretty bleak, reinforcing the first point.
It really does. The text repeats, all have turned aside, they have together become corrupt, there is no one who does good, not even one. That repetition, it really underscores the depth of the issue as the psalmist sees it.
Wow. Okay, so if this corruption is presented as so pervasive, what about the people labeled evildoers? What specifically does the text say they do?
It gets quite graphic there. It asks rhetorically, will evildoers never learn those who devour my people as men eat bread?
To devour people like bread. That's a powerful metaphor.
Incredibly powerful, and it links that destructive behavior directly to the fact that they do not call on the Lord. Again, tying harmful action back to that lack of acknowledging God.
And there's this mention of dread for them, too.
Yes, exactly. There they are, overwhelmed with dread. Why? For God is present in the company of the righteous.
So the dread comes from confronting a reality they've denied, especially when God aligns with others.
That's a good way to put it. It's like this terror or maybe disorientation hitting them, and it also highlights how they treat the vulnerable.
Oh, right. You evildoers frustrate the plans of the poor.
Yes. But right after that criticism, the psalm pivots. It offers this immediate counterpoint.
Which is?
Hope, refuge. It says, but the Lord is their refuge. Setting up a direct contrast. Human oppression versus divine protection, especially for the poor.
So it moves from this very dark picture to a place of safety and hope provided by God.
And then it ends with this real yearning for something bigger, doesn't it? A call for restoration.
Yeah, that final part.
Oh, that salvation for Israel would come out of Zion. When the Lord restores the fortunes of his people, let Jacob rejoice and Israel be glad. It's this powerful shift towards future hope, towards joy, all linked to God's action.
So just to kind of pull it together, we've seen how this psalm links the fool's internal denial of God to corruption and vile deeds.
Right. Then God's perspective confirming this widespread turning away.
And the actions of the evildoers devouring people, frustrating the poor, not calling on God, leading to their own dread.
But contrasted with the refuge God offers the poor, the righteous.
And ending with this ultimate hope for salvation, restoration, and joy coming from God.
It really lays out a stark cause and effect based on one's stance towards God, according to the text.
It really does. Okay, so here's something for you, the listener, to chew on, drawing directly from these connections within Psalms 14 itself.
Given that stark contrast, the psalm draws, corruption, dread, oppression on one side, linked to denying God, and then refuge, hope, joy on the other, linked to God's presence in action. What does that imply? According to this text, what's the necessary foundation for a good society, or even just a good individual life? What's it suggesting about where good deeds and evil deeds actually come from?